Ever feel like you're just drowning in all this nutrition advice out there?
Oh, yeah.
It's like 1 minute we're supposed to eat all the kale in the world, and the next it's like public enemy number one,
Right.
you know? So today we're doing a deep dive into a program that really piqued my interest.
Okay.
It's called Taster Plus from 121 Dietitian.
Okay.
And what's really cool about this one is that it focuses on personalized guidance.
Yeah, what's interesting here is they're really committed to this whole tailored approach.
Okay.
So you're not just getting like a cookie-cutter meal plan or anything.
Right.
You're actually getting 5 hours of dedicated time with a registered dietitian.
5 hours?
Yeah,
That's like almost a full work day.
it is.
I have to admit, that seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Is that really necessary for everybody?
Well, I mean, it's definitely more than you get with just like a normal nutrition counseling session, right?
Right.
But that's kind of where the value is.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. They're using that time to really get to know you. Like your history, what your goals are, even like underlying health conditions
Interesting.
that could be impacting your nutritional needs.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That level of personalization is not something you find every day.
So it sounds like less about quick fixes
Exactly.
and more about really understanding what makes you you.
Yeah, and it all starts even before your first appointment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have you fill out this really in-depth questionnaire
Ah,
and a 7-day food diary.
okay.
And it's all done through their secure online portal.
What's that called?
It's called Practice Better.
Practice Better. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like pre-appointment homework.
It is a little bit, yeah.
But I guess that helps you maximize the time
Exactly. That's the whole point.
when you're actually face-to-face.
By getting all that info up front, they can really hit the ground running at your first appointment.
Yeah.
Focus on like actual strategies and solutions.
Okay.
Instead of just like taking down the basics.
Right. No one wants to spend their first appointment just like listing off everything they ate that week.
Exactly.
Okay. So we've got the homework.
Mm-hmm.
We've got that first appointment.
Yeah.
Are there options for that, like virtually or in person?
Totally. You can do virtual consultations through that online portal we talked about.
Practice Better.
Yep. Practice Better. Or if you prefer face-to-face, they have a clinic in Kingsbridge.
Okay. So they've got all the bases covered,
They do.
whether you're into like the digital life or you prefer to be there in person.
Right.
Okay, so then what? Let's say we've had that first meeting.
Yeah.
They've gathered all that initial information. Is that when they create the personalized plan?
That's exactly it. That's where the rubber meets the road, you know.
Yeah, okay.
They take everything, your lifestyle, your goals, the food diary, even blood work.
Oh, they recommend blood work.
You do.
Interesting. Why is that?
It gives them a way more complete picture of like your nutritional status. You know, like let's say you're struggling with low energy.
Yeah.
Blood work can show if you have any deficiencies
Okay.
or imbalances that might be contributing to that.
That's fascinating.
So then they can make truly personalized recommendations, even suggest specific supplements sometimes.
Wow. I mean, I know a lot of people who are just overwhelmed by that whole world of supplements.
Oh, yeah,
It's like they're just picking things at random off the shelf, you know?
totally.
So to have that expert guidance based on actual data seems really valuable.
It really is. It takes out all the guesswork.
Okay, so they get those results back.
Right.
And then that's when they build the plan.
Exactly. And they really go into detail. It's impressive.
Okay.
It's not just like a generic template or anything.
Yeah.
They actually take like 2 to 3 hours to create this plan specifically for you
Wow.
with like meal ideas and recipes, even shopping lists.
Wow. So they don't just like give you this plan and send you on your way then?
No. They're all about accountability and support. Like you'll have a follow-up appointment,
Okay.
usually about 6 to 8 weeks later.
Okay.
And that's usually around like 30 minutes or so,
Gotcha.
just to kind of check in, see how things are going,
Okay.
make any adjustments.
Right.
If you've got questions or challenges, you can bring those up.
So it's really like having this personal nutrition coach in your corner.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, so we've talked about what's in it, but who is this program actually for?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like, who would really benefit
Yeah.
from something like this?
It's good to know that it's not just about weight loss,
Okay.
although that can be a part of it, of course.
Yeah.
They work with people with like a ton of different health concerns.
Yeah, we were looking at their website before.
Yeah.
It seems like they work with people with everything from high blood pressure and heart disease to thyroid conditions, even pre-weight loss surgery prep.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff with liver and renal issues too,
Interesting.
which can have really specific dietary needs. So that really shows you how committed they are to this whole holistic thing.
It's like they're addressing the root causes,
Exactly.
not just putting a Band-Aid on the symptoms.
And, while they do address a lot of different conditions, more complex cases might mean that there's some extra costs.
Okay.
But they're very upfront about that.
Which is good.
Yeah, it builds trust.
Transparency is key.
Absolutely.
Speaking of transparency, Taster Plus isn't their only program, is it?
No, they have a few different ones.
Like that low FODMAP program that seems really interesting for gut health.
Oh, yeah. That's a great example of their specialized approach.
Right. Because gut health is such a big deal these days.
It really is.
It impacts everything.
And people are just starting to realize how important it is.
So to have a program specifically for that
seems
like it could be really life-changing for people.
It definitely could be, especially for people dealing with IBS and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's what's so cool about what they're doing at 121 Dietitian. They're moving away from this idea that there's like a one-size-fits-all approach to nutrition.
Right.
And they're embracing this more individual approach.
It's about finding what works for you.
Exactly.
Your body, your lifestyle.
And if you think one of these programs might be right for you, they make it super easy to explore all the options.
Okay, how so?
Just go to their website.
Okay.
And click on the Packages tab.
Okay.
And it's all right there. You can dive into the specifics.
Cool.
See what speaks to you.
I like that.
It's like having this personalized menu of nutrition options.
You mentioned earlier the importance of proactive health.
Right.
And I feel like Taster Plus really encourages that.
Oh, totally.
It's not just about reacting to a health issue after it's already happened.
Yeah, it's about taking steps now.
Yeah.
To potentially prevent problems later on.
Taking control of your health destiny.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up our deep dive here into Taster Plus and everything that 121 Dietitian offers, there's a question that keeps coming up for me.
Okay.
We talk about being proactive.
Yeah.
We talk about taking control.
Right.
But how often do we actually do that in our busy lives?
That is the million-dollar question.
It's like we're always so busy, right? Like we'll spend money on a new phone.
Oh, yeah.
Or like clothes or whatever.
Right.
But when it comes to our health, it's like we put it on the back burner.
It's so easy to do that.
Especially when we feel fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm fine. It's fine.
But shouldn't we be putting as much effort into our health?
At least.
As like our car or our house.
It's like you said, your health is the foundation for everything else.
Right. If our health is a mess,
then
nothing else really matters.
You can't enjoy anything.
Exactly. So it's about shifting our mindset.
Totally.
It's not just about fixing problems.
It's about thriving.
I like that.
Yeah. It's about feeling your best.
And this is what we keep coming back to with Taster Plus. And with 121 dietitians in general. It's that personalized approach.
Because we're all so different.
Right. Like what works for me might not work for you.
And vice versa.
Exactly.
And it's tough to find that individualized guidance sometimes.
Because there's so much information out there.
It's overwhelming.
It really is.
So to have someone in your corner who gets that.
It makes a huge difference.
And who can help you cut through all the noise.
Exactly.
And figure out what's actually going to work for you.
So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, okay, this sounds great, but is it right for me?
Yeah, what should they do?
Go check out 121 Dietitian.
Yeah.
They have tons of information on their website.
It's all right there at your fingertips.
And it might be that first step.
Exactly.
To a healthier you.
That's what it's all about.
And that's a wrap on this deep dive, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, stay curious and take care of yourselves.